We just got off the Disney Fantasy and we want to tell you our opinions all about it. Welcome back to your Daily Dose and welcome to the review of the Disney Fantasy. We actually have not been on it until this trip. This was our very first time. It was like my 9th Disney cruise, Alexa's 2nd. I asked on Instagram for you guys to send me your guys' questions about the fantasy. We'll get into that a little bit later, but we wanted to talk more about our experience getting on the ship before we get into those questions. So we're gonna start from the beginning. How was the boarding process and everything kind of leading up to it?
Simple, easy. We really didn't have to wait long at all.
You timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Literally perfectly.
Yeah,
for when our boarding group was called.
Mm-hmm. And we got there and our rooms were basically ready. So it's kind of nice to come at a later time because there's not a lot of traffic. Well, there's a lot of, we waited in a long line to get into the parking garage,
but it was
not
quick.
A lot of foot traffic trying
Very
to get
quick.
in.
Something that I experienced a little bit differently is that they actually scanned you on board on the Fantasy. Usually prior, they scanned you before you go on the gangway, but they actually did it on the ship. Makes no difference at all, but I didn't mind that experience. I thought it kind of got a little clustered once you got on, but other than that, it was no biggie at all. Boarding was great, and then once we got on, our rooms were ready pretty fast. The Fantasy, it's a little bit older of a ship, 2012, the oldest ship you've experienced Disney-wise. Mm-hmm. The rooms are important. I didn't mind the rooms at all. I didn't really like where our room was, all the way at the back. The Fantasy's got kind of a stinky butt.
I mean, maybe that's how the back of all of them are, but we can talk about that later. But being at the back where we were, not good.
Yes, not good. I've experienced the back of the Wish. It didn't smell like that.
But were you right above
Yes.
the first one?
Well, we were like on 7. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like pretty much right there. It didn't smell. The Fantasy butt smells. At least for us. I don't know. We both got in and we're like, whoa.
Should we talk about the room?
Yeah, we're gonna do like step by step, like the process, because you know.
Sure. So the room itself was fine, normal Disney room. I do like how they have the washroom and then the shower room or whatever separate. That's very nice. I do wish that Disney would split the beds. If you watch the videos, Kyle lost rock, paper, scissors every single night, so I did.
Besides the last night,
which is nice. How was the bed though? You said you slept fine, so the sofa bed.
Alexa, yeah, I got the sofa bed. It was fine. I find uncomfortable beds comfortable. It's really weird. I didn't mind it. I actually won rock paper scissors the last night, and I gave the bed to Alexa. I didn't mind the pullout at all. I didn't mind the rooms. The room was nice, except a really small veranda balcony.
Yeah,
and that's the smell of the ship or the smell of our room.
The balcony being so small, it was annoying because you couldn't enjoy it. There was just a little bench for you to sit on. There's no way 2 people could sit out there and relax and enjoy. So like you're paying the same price as a normal balcony. That's a little crappy.
5188 was a room number, by the way. 5188.
Yeah, don't do that. 5188.
Don't do it.
It was nice to be in like the corner, like we were away, and like being on that side of the ship was nice because you had access to all of the adult things.
Oh, it was great.
But yeah, it was smelly. It was very rocky back there. Yeah. That's why I got seasick that first night because of the waves from the hurricane or the current from the hurricane and being back there. And also this morning coming back in, so loud backing up, so loud.
We got up at like 5:30 or something, and I did the best scare ever. She was out on the balcony and the lights were still out, and she I creeped by the door, and she opened the door and she looked up and she goes, ah!
So you think it's funny that I almost smacked you in the face from that, and I should have.
Would have been worth it. Would have been worth it. We're gonna move along. The sail away parties they were a blast, but I didn't really think it was as good as the Wish. There's something about the Disney Wish where I get so emotional about the sail away party. I didn't get that same pizzazz. It was still good, but I didn't really get that same like excitement. Does that make sense? I don't know.
A sail away party is just a sail away party for me. It doesn't get me excited or anything. It seems like it's more for kids or people like Kyle, but it was fine for me.
Fair enough. Sailing away is always fun, especially on a nice sunny day. I kind of want to fast forward to dinner because we were just doing lots of activities throughout the day, seeing characters, trivia. We really enjoyed trivia a lot, but
weren't good at it, but
Yeah, we weren't good.
We got better as the trip went on.
Yeah, we got a little bit better, a little bit smarter. The food. We all cruise for food.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Cruise for the destinations.
Well, and food. Like, I'm there to eat as much as I possibly can. The cabanas, I didn't really mind the cabanas. We only had breakfast.
Yeah, I enjoyed breakfast.
Breakfast was good. Didn't have any lunch. We had room service. But the dinners, your first night, you didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was good.
I enjoyed my salad and my dessert, but my main meal, no.
There's something going on. I don't know what's going on. I think the food quality has been lowered, at least on the Fantasy. I don't think I've ever experienced it on the Wish or the Magic or the Dream, but the Dream was a long time ago. The food wasn't the best, and we're talking about the sit-downs.
I wonder if they're like short-staffed, so they're like trying to produce this food so fast, because there's a lot of people that the quality just isn't there. I don't know.
It wasn't there this cruise, and I've never really
tried like a pasta, because it was really the meats that were not great.
That is true. I've experienced on Royal. I'm kind of like used to it on Royal these days now. When I go and sit down, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be the greatest. But Disney, I'm always like, it's gonna be good, like above good. It was just fair. It was fair good. So I was a little bit sad, to say the least. But the best meal we had, you guys have to do it, or your parents out there. Palo.
Oh yeah, so worth it. I mean, it was only
so good.
We elected for like the a la carte option, but total it was like $50 a person, which is not that bad at all for the level of quality of food that you get compared to main dining, and even just the experience. It's quiet. I think that there's one server per table, so they're like there right away. I think we mentioned like I got up to use the bathroom, and all of a sudden he came and he's like, "What is wrong? Are you okay?" I'm like, "I just need to use the bathroom."
You're so good,
Gagi. He's like, "Oh my gosh, let me show you." Like
Serbia.
They're very attentive. Yeah, Gagi was great.
It was awesome. That was where I'm like, okay, this is Disney level service. Not saying that the service wasn't good anywhere else. I'm just talking about like the food service quality, because the service was good. Actually, we did notice a difference. Like, we cruise a lot. We do feel like they're short-staffed, because on Royal, when you sit down on Royal, like Lex and I were joking, like instantly we would have a drink of our water, and then someone can pour and fill it up. They're definitely low-staffed.
But like, it wasn't like a fault to them. Like, they were running around. It's not like they were sitting on their butts, like not doing anything. Like, they were busy.
And we appreciate them. Like, we're like, thank you so much. Thanks for your hard work. I just feel like they might need some more staff. Just little things that we've noticed. We had a really good cruise. Really, really good cruise. Did you? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm speaking for myself.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been on a cruise in a while. Whenever we went on the Symphony.
Yeah. And
the Symphony to this were way different, so it's hard for me to compare those.
We enjoyed the ship. But I've been on a total of 4 Disney cruises. This, believe it or not, is my least favorite ship. And I believe the Fantasy is up there for some people.
I think a lot of people love the Fantasy.
I don't know why. I just didn't get that same feeling. It was still great. It was still beautiful, just looking everywhere around. Maybe it was because I wasn't feeling the greatest throughout. I mean, the best night was Palo, but I don't know why I didn't really get that same, like, this is amazing, like I did for the Wish. Now, I will say, the nightlife on the Fantasy is so much better. Like, just the locations of the adult-only sections, far superior than the Wish.
Yeah, did the Wish have, like, a whole designated, like, floor like that? Because it was really nice that, like, it was just one floor, one section, all the adult areas, and they were themed so nicely. You didn't like the Tube. I loved the Tube. I thought that was so cool.
I don't know why I didn't like it.
They had the pub, they had the Skyline, Ooh La La, the Carousel, La Piazza.
Nice.
Like, it was just, like, it was very nicely themed. You know, it's not like the IP themes that the new ships are getting, but I liked it.
I liked how the location is. I wish they would have, like, the theming that they have on the Wish. Like, you know, the hyperspace, the bayou. I think that's really cool, but that's just really hard to kind of control kids wandering on through. It's really nice that it's kind of quiet on the Fantasy. It's just similar to the Dream. It's, you know, it's a sister ship. But on the Wish, they had it all the way on the top, all the way in the back. You remember?
Yeah. Well, then they did have the, like, Meridian on the top.
What Meridian?
that we did our drinking class in.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. Right by
did
Palo
have
and
a
Remy.
tablet.
That was cool. Before we get into your guys' questions, overall, I really did enjoy it, but it was my least favorite ship. I don't know why, but I just didn't get that same feeling. The Dream was my first ever ship. That one I rank a little bit above just because it was, you know, my first ship, so I'm a little biased there. My ranking is personally the Disney Wish, the Magic. I loved the Magic, even that was their first one. And then the Dream, and then the Fantasy. Still have to go on the Wonder, and then obviously Disney's adding their other cruise ships that we have to experience too. What about you? Did you like the Wish better or the Fantasy?
I don't remember.
Really?
I don't remember.
You remembered the spaceship?
The spaceship? Oh, the hyperspace thing?
No, the spaceship blasting
Oh
out.
yeah, I remember that. I just can't picture the layout of the Wish compared
Interesting.
to this. It was nicer. I know people with kids might like that the Wish had the 2 theme nights where you have things going on. I like that we didn't have the 2 shows. And even Animator's Palette, going back to that, I was disappointed in the show or whatever was supposed to happen. I was so excited for that, and it was...
The Magic has a way better Animator's Palette. It's still good. What was I gonna say? Oh, side note. So we were on deck 5. If you're, I believe, on the Fantasy or the Dream, that's where all the kids stuff is. So we're walking, trying to get through to where we need to go. That's why I love it where it is on the Wish. It's all the way down, not a lot of foot traffic. If you're on 5, you're gonna pass just tons of kids all the time. It's nothing crazy, just letting you know, but there'll be sometimes a pile up of people, kids running in and out. It's cool to see, but if you wanna stay away from that, don't go on floor 5. Gonna pop on into some of you guys' questions. Adult only area of entertainment. We kind of covered that. It was all the way at the back, floor 4.
Yeah,
really
I
was.
mean, you could bring kids in at certain times. In La Piazza, there was trivia in the tube, but at night, they would have somebody in the tube. They would have a lot of adults only entertainment. They would have somebody sitting there to make sure no little kids got in.
I did like the stuff in the tube. It was just it was always there. I like the La Piazza the best.
Yeah, we hung out there a lot.
We didn't go in the Skyline. We didn't go into the Ooh La La at all. I don't know. It just wasn't our hangout area. The pub was nice, really fun.
On that note too, the Ooh La La and Skyline, a lot of times they had the drink classes, so you could not go into those during the day. You could only do those at night. But at night we were at the entertainment spots. Yes. So that was kind of a little annoying.
See Frozen. Please see Frozen. Frozen. That's the must do. What was I gonna say? Oh, we did a mixology. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was fun. What was it? It was $50. I think
45.
all of them are $45 to $50
per person.
All the different classes, and it was just a fun little thing to do. And
drinks are honestly affordable on the ship.
Oh yeah,
they're not even that expensive.
The very first day, our drinks were $8, and I was like, "What's going on?" Because I swear on the menu it said they were 12 or 14.
Yeah.
And then I got the bill, and it was actually less than 8. I think it was 7 something, and then I tipped, so it was more. But
and they have generous pours. Go on, get drinks on the first night because I feel like they give you more. Honestly, I really do. I think we already covered this. Are the beds comfortable on the Wish? Did you like the big bed?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it compare to the Wish? I guess I have to take this over because you don't really know.
I mean, the Wish was you could tell when you walked on that it was brand new. It smelled awesome. This one didn't smell bad except for the back.
Pristine.
Boat,
I think a lot of people like this one too because it does have 3 elevator shafts. The Wish only has 2. I mean, we do the no elevator challenge, not on this ship, but I don't really mind that, even though the Wish has really small elevators. This one, it did seem like I could get around a lot quicker just because of that fact. They have a shaft in the middle, shaft in the front, and the elevator shaft in the back. The Wish is newer. It's more beautiful. If you guys didn't know, I just cruised that last month concierge with mom and dad.
I should have watched that so I could remember.
It was very great. Actually, I posted the mega vlog a couple days ago. I just like the Wish better. I don't know why, I just do. The Aqua Mouse too, that's better. It's just a newer ship, so of course it should be better, right? Fantasy's still there. It's a longer itinerary though, 4 to 7 nights, sometimes even more. So that's why I feel like some people might prefer the Fantasy because it is a longer itinerary. What is the best Disney cruise? The Wish. You don't remember? You can't even rank it.
I don't know. I like that this one was an extra night. I'll say that.
I did too.
We've covered a lot of these.
I know. What was your favorite meal? We'll say that for the main dining.
For main dining?
Yeah. What comes to mind for me is honestly just the dessert. The creme brulee was so good. Ooh, let's rank it. The different dinings. Mine is the Royal Table, and then it's gonna be Artist Palette, Enchanted Garden. I didn't like the Enchanted Garden, really.
Royal Table, Enchanted Garden, and Reader's Palette.
Wow, even though you didn't like the food at Enchanted Garden.
Yeah, but I didn't care for my salad or the dessert that much at Animated Palette, and my steak was dry, so.
Well, that's because you had Palo the previous night. You're a little bit spoiled. I think my favorite dish, I don't know why this is coming to mind. It was the tuna, and I only ate half. I don't know why. It was really good and juicy. It was really, really good. And then the dessert. Those are the only things that really stood out.
My favorite dish, chocolate souffle.
Palo?
We didn't talk about room service, how we did room service.
Oh yeah, we did room service. That came really quick too. On day at sea, which I did not expect. That came really quick. It was good.
So you got the wings that you said tasted the same as the ones you paid for
in the pub.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So if you want wings, just room service it. Give them like $2, $3. We give them $4. You don't have to if you don't want to, since gratuities are technically already included. We didn't try the food by the pools. Oh, I did. I actually had the chicken sandwich. It was delicious. And some fries. And a wrap. It was really good. Didn't get to try it all.
I wanted to try the smoothies. We tried the coffee. The coffee places are amazing. Get the strawberry mint basil iced tea. I think that's what it was. Oh, I wish I could get like a huge jug of that. It was so good.
So good. So good. What Halloween activities were there on the cruise? Well, there's a lot of cool shows. The Ichabod Crane thing, that was really cool.
The tree lighting.
Tree lighting. Yep. And they have like cool confetti. What?
Characters are in their costumes. A lot of Halloween trivia, Halloween music, Halloween movies.
Trick or treating. Honestly, I feel like this Halloween in the High Seas was better than the Wish. I don't know if we saw everything, but I honestly enjoyed more of the Halloween here. You don't trick or treat on the Wish. Maybe it was because it was pouring out, and we just went and got bags. The bags already had candy. This one we actually, they were giving us candy.
How full was the bag you got?
Pretty full.
Yeah, pretty full because we didn't get
Still
much
in there.
candy.
Yeah, they were a little bit stingy on the candy. Still good regardless. And then obviously the dressing up too. There was a lot. I want to see and hear about the adult pool area and the bars. Haha! I have a cool story for this. Remember when we were having coffee? And I was like, ooh, why is that little boy there? What is he doing? He had goggles on and everything.
He's like about swimming around.
I was like, ooh, Alexa's like, I don't think he's gonna yell at. I'm like, watch, he's gonna yell at. And as soon as his dad went and joined him, he got kicked out. Like he didn't approach the kid, he approached the dad. So maybe like they can't yell at the kids. I don't know, but I called it. They do monitor that. So if your kids are wandering in there, they're gonna get kicked out, like regardless. Like I think I actually saw that twice. The adult area was really packed on the day at sea, but there's a huge one actually in the front of the ship too. Remember that? Just like all the benches or the chairs. There's a lot of adult only space.
It was nice, and it was noticeably, especially the upper deck one, it was noticeably quieter up there too.
Yeah. This ship is far superior in adult sections versus the Wish. Hands down. But the pool got busy. It was cool. We just went to the bar one day, and that was about it. How does the food compare to the Wish? The Wish is better.
Yeah, I can say that. I remember that. Except Palo, of course.
The Wish is better unless this was just a one-off cruise food. Again, it was good. I expected great. Double questions here. Do you think Disney needs to get Starlink like Royal? Do you know what Starlink is?
It's the internet.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't use the internet at all, so.
Internet's good. I didn't do any uploading on the ship because generally it's pretty bad. But I love Starlink. They should get Starlink. The problem with these ships is that they're old, so they're actually not built for something like Starlink. Starlink would be better than the internet they have right now, which is still sufficient if you watch TikToks. Just if you want to browse the internet, do YouTube video streaming, it's just not good for uploading for my sake. Does the trick for 99% of the guests. And it was $148 for the cruise. So it's pretty expensive. Is it better than the Wish for adults? Wow, I didn't even realize we actually answered these questions kind of throughout. Yes, it's better than the Wish for adults, hands down. But I do like the Wish food better and generally overall. Does anything else come to mind that you think we missed?
Do you want to talk about Lookout Key?
Yeah.
That was my first time there, and I really liked it. You could tell that it was new. The beach was beautiful. The water was beautiful. The food, okay there.
I think the food was better there than actually on the ship.
Yeah, maybe. I might have to say that.
But then again, we didn't really get lunch that much on the ship.
No. But beautiful, and you said it looked a lot better than
so
last
much better.
time.
And if you guys watched the video when we were there, I didn't realize how much you can actually roam. We found some cool secret spots that not a lot of families will go to. Because actually we were talking to some of the cast members, and they said this was the busiest they've actually seen Lighthouse Point. So we went to like probably the busiest ever.
Yeah.
And we found out where no one goes.
They said there were a lot of people on the beach and in the ocean than they've seen that before. But
Yeah.
there's definitely areas where you can get away from that too.
We have some hacks in that video if you want to check that out, because we found out where everybody goes to eat and there's massive lines. If you just go, if you're walking in, go all the way to the left. There, right before the adult only section, there's another food base that no one really knows about.
We did notice that there was not a lot of areas to sit, but somebody said that they were ordering more, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, if everyone seems just, when they get off the trams, they go straight. They don't venture out. So, of course, all of the seating is going to be taken in the center, and as you go out, it's a little bit better. Right?
Yeah. The long walk there, I didn't think it was terrible. I mean, we were kind of talking at Castaway, like the, what's it called?
If you get off and you walk
Not the landing, the pier. The pier that you walk from the ship is definitely shorter at Castaway, but then you have to walk like all the way around before you actually get there. So I think it just seems
it's a cooler
longer.
walk though, yeah.
Yeah, I think it just seems longer because there's no shade and you're just, right there in the sun.
Way cooler walk. Staff was great. Like, honestly, the service is top tier. It really is.
They were a lot of fun.
Right.
Met a lot of cool people there. And very friendly.
A lot of you guys were on this ship. I enjoyed the ship more than a lot of like the smaller class royal ships, like Mariner, Independence, just because, Disney is kind of like what I like. But as far as it compares to their mega ships, I would kind of put the Fantasy behind it. Like, obviously Icon. Icon is still my favorite ship in the entire world. I love it. And then comes the Disney Wish. I'm sick of
hearing about Icon.
Freaking love
Everything
Icon.
is, Icon has this.
It ruins every ship.
That's what you did this ship a lot. You were like, well, on the Wish we could do that. On the Wish this was here. On the Wish that, this, blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's natural to compare. Shows were great. Popcorn was good. I mean, we had a good time other than being seasick and then me having like the gas, which is good now.
Bar bites. Didn't know. Were there bar bites on the Wish? Because we never got them. I feel like that's like kind of like a secret hack. They're amazing. They have these like, I don't know if they're like giant fried bean sprouts or something, but so good.
I don't think it was. I mean, we didn't drink that much on the Wish. But we were like always at the bar and we're like, can we have something? Oh yeah. I do know they're in the pub. So we didn't spend much time in the pub. Game day. Game days are so fun. Oh my gosh, so fun on a cruise ship.
Yeah, it was cool.
Other than that, I think that's kind of it. Probably a little bit short of a video. I hope this kind of helped. We enjoyed our time. I would just rather go on the Wish or the Magic. I do like that it's in Port Canaveral. Maybe I can try a 7-night itinerary on the Fantasy, but that just kind of seems kind of long for that ship for me. Got any conclusions?
I think we covered it all.
Sweet. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I try my best to get to some of your guys' questions every day, and I'm sure some of you guys will help other people down below too if they have any questions. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'm actually gonna be kicking off the next couple days. I got some friends in town that we're gonna be going around and just having fun, and I'll have a mega video of the Disney fantasy sometime soon. I don't know when I'm uploading that, but don't worry, I'll be putting all that together and compiling into one mega video. So thanks for joining us. We're actually gonna be going to Epcot here, and that might be tomorrow's video probably, actually, now that I think about it.
All right, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Peace out.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.